Yo, what up, friends? So today I wanted to just kind of do something a little fun, a little bit different. A lot of you guys know I love to level characters, and a lot of you guys, just like me, get a little tired of the campaign. Now, if you're anything like me and you hate Hallowed Palm and you're looking for something new, well, I've talked about this Widowhail Manaforged leveling setup in the past. My buddy Sunny showed me this, and it has completely changed the way that I leveled. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to guys pretty much walk you guys through it and do a level let's play through the acts and level alongside of you. Usually I would do these while I'm live and I'll level my characters during my stream, but a lot of people usually miss it, or they don't want to watch a VOD, or they just kind of like have a bunch of questions. And I figure if I just do the leveling process and record it and talk my way through it, you guys can just kind of like watch along at your own pace. You can start and stop it. It'll be there on YouTube and so forth and so on. Now, the POV for all of this gear, how to do it, or the POV for the gear, I should say, is going to be down below. How you do the tree is pretty much going to be the same for every character, so you can kind of follow along with what I'm doing. And pretty much you can just adjust the tree accordingly to whatever class that you start with. Now, I'm going to be using like I said, a Manaforged setup. We're going to not be leveling a Ranger. We're actually going to be leveling not an Inquisitor, a Templar, just so I can start on the absolute opposite end of the Ranger tree, show you guys how I path, where I'm pathing, and just pretty much how every single act goes. Now I have all the gear together, and pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to have our Widowhail, which we're going to start with. We're going to have a quiver for level 4, a quiver for level 14, a quiver for level 24. We're using these with the Widowhail so that we can get 240 or better percent. This Widowhail's like 50C at the time of recording. And then, you know, I alch this quiver. I pick this one up for a Chaos. I pick this up for a couple Divines. And the idea is that we're going to use this gear kind of similar to how we would use a Hallowed Palm setup, where we level the character, we throw the gear on, we use it, we store it for when we want to level on alt, and then we throw it back on the alt, and you guys will see how it works. In each of the setups and links, we're going to have our Lightning Arrow, we're going to have a Mirage Archer, added Lightning, LMP, Trinity, Elemental. This is going to be our main attack as soon as we hit level 12. We have a Galvanic Arrow, an LMP, a Frenzy, and a Manaforged setup. So we have a Manaforged setup here. We're going to have an Ice Shot, a Manaforged, a Split Arrow, and an LMP here. We're going to have a Manaforged setup here. We have Hatred for damage later, Frost Blink to move. We're going to have Flame Dash to move. We have LMP here, Manaforged Arrow, Rain of Arrows, and Blast Rain. Pretty much the theme is we're going to run in a straight line through all the campaigns. We're going to Manaforged Arrow our entire way through. We're going to hit things, we're going to kill things, and we're hopefully going to be able to like pretty much just blast through the campaign. I have Ashmentis for later on. I'm going to grab a Kari Ward. I have a Clarity just in case I need it. I have Flame Dash for level 10. I've got Rings for level 1. I've got a Rigwald's Quest for level 20, and I have a Praxis for level 22. Now, pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to start leveling through the campaign. We're going to do a couple of acts. I'll walk you guys through what I'm doing, my thought process, how I'm approaching it, what I'm thinking. And then, you know, we'll cut the video. We'll do a part 2. If you guys want a part 2, you let me know if you like this kind of stuff, and pretty much we'll just go from there. Now, if I don't, oh, there, I knew I had one. I knew I had one and I misplaced it. So yeah, this is pretty much everything that we need. So we're just going to go hop in. We're going to create the character together, and we're pretty much just going to go start and play it and see how it goes. So we'll log out of this. We'll hit create. Want to make sure that we're on Affliction, and then we're gonna name ourselves Down Bad to Rerule, or no, Down Bad to Brands. Sure, whatever, it doesn't even matter. We can change our name later. So we're gonna put D&D on so nobody bothers us while I do this, and we're just gonna get to work. Now, the really cool thing, or the really interesting thing, is as we level up this character and we get more and more levels, we'll be able to just like put our gear on. Now, by no means am I a speed racer. By no means do I go through the campaign as fast as some of the racers. I do have my hiccups. I do have my issues. This is not going to be a be-all, end-all guide. This is just going to show you how I do it, how the Widowhail leveling works, and pretty much just kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect if you want to level like this. You know, normally we make like currency videos or stuff like that. So this will be a little bit of a new take for me. Just gonna run up the beach over here. Okay, there's Hillock. Now Hillock, we can actually walk around him. Count. I couldn't remember what we're doing. Is it clockwise or count? I don't even know. Oh, can we kill him? No, we can't. We gotta wait. He's got his little sword. We're gonna go counterclockwise. We're gonna use our mana pot. Oh, I gotta get Quicksilver Flask. That's what I didn't think about. Is he just like frozen here? Now, I'm not too worried about loot The only thing that we would really need while leveling is probably life and mana flask. But since this is an alt character, we can pretty much just get these items from the vendor as we go. So we really shouldn't need a whole lot. I am going to grab Quicksilver Flask out of my stash, and we're just going to get rolling. So we're going to go down. We'll ID this. We'll put this on. We'll get rid of this. We'll grab all of the gear. We'll put on what we can. We're going to delete this. We don't care about this. We're going to put this here. That. This, 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 this. Now, the really fun part, at least for me, about leveling an alt is we really don't need to worry about picking up anything. The only thing that we're pretty much going to grab throughout the campaign is we're going to grab big ticket currencies, chaos, divines, mirrors. And that's pretty much about it. Now, the Widow Hail, we're going to take the gems out of this. We're going to put the Widow Hail on. Now, you're going to know right away, or you're going to note right away, we can't actually wear a lot of the gear that we have because the gems are too high a level. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the gems out. We're going to put the gear where we can wear it. And then we're going to equip the gems as we hit the correct item level that we want to be. So we have a lot of our gear on now. We get this quiver at level 4. We get the amulet at level 5, and we're pretty much going to get rolling. Now, you can use any combination of the gear that you like or any combination of the spells that you like to be your main damage dealing spell. Me, personally, I'm a huge fan of Split Arrow, so we're going to start with Split Arrow. There's Galvanic Arrow, so we're a Split Arrow. That's Ice Shot. There it is. We're going to start with Split Arrow. We'll change this all up later and put things where we need them to be, but for now, I'm going to start with Split Arrow. We're going to put our first point in. I want to path over to the ranger side of things. Essentially, for me, and my theory is if you're leveling this way anyways, you have the money to respec your character because, like, we're playing with, like, twink gear, right? Right? Maybe. And then we can just respec everything later. We're actually going to take the elemental nodes, I guess. I don't even know, dude. It's not even, honest to God, man, it's not even going to matter. Oh, I forgot the Quicksilver Flask. Get it when we go back to town. Doesn't even matter, man. It should not, in theory, matter where you put your points while you're leveling, as long as you put the points in reasonable things and you like take actual notables that do almost anything. You should be, in theory, fine. Nothing should really give you a hard time. You should be able to fly through everything. And the really cool thing about this leveling process is when we're done, we can actually regret orb all of the jewels with all of their quality back to level 1. We don't need to buy new jewels. We don't need to buy anything new ever again. And we can pretty much just kind of like get rolling. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys about the different acts, the different zones, the different quests, where I go, what I do, how I'm going to do it. I am the worst person in the world when it comes to pathing in this zone. I know you're supposed to follow the dry bed cracks, but I kind of am the worst about it. The Roas, we're just going to ignore the Roas. We're not going to go into the fetid pools up there. We don't care enough. There's the door to the exit. Now, if we could just like find the last thing, which is over here, we'll be good. Grab this. And we're off. We don't need to go into there. The area up there is only for a skill or for a respec point. We're not really too worried about it. We'll come here, we'll grab this, and we'll go to Submerged Passage. Now, normally, if this was a league start scenario, you would go back to town and you would go to the area for the guy with the medicine chest. We're not going to worry about the medicine chest simply due to the fact that we don't need the Quicksilver Flask. We should have grabbed them from our inventory earlier, but when we go back to town for skill points in a little bit, we'll grab them then. We are going to look for the thing in the deep or whatever the heck it's called. And we're going to do the racer strat so that we can do this quicker later. We're actually going to put a TP scroll here, right by the bridge there. And we're going to ignore that for now. And we're going to kind of get rolling. And you'll see why we do this in a minute. We're just going to continue on through here. I do really want to get to level 4, though. I want to put in Mirage Archer so I can start using Mirage Archer to like level while I run. So it's actually probably a really good idea to like kind of just shoot things a couple of times and like get Mirage Archer going. And we have access to Frostblink, which we're going to put there. We have access to Ice Shot. We're going to put that there for now. Put this here. We're going to click this and we're just going to kind of keep going. We're going to shoot every so often so that our Mirage Archer keeps firing. We wanted to get us levels as we're going, and we're just kind of chilling. I do really need to grab that Quicksilver Flask. That was like a huge misplay on my part. Okay. We're not even worried about this waypoint. We're never coming back here again. Now, something to note. Until we get to Mana Leech nodes and Life Leech nodes, you're probably going to have to press your Flask. I know, kind of sucks, but it's fine. You'll be okay. Act 1 usually for me is the worst. It takes the longest. I'm not the biggest fan of Act 1, so we're going to be here for a minute. I'm going to try to get out of Act 1 as fast as possible and just kind of like do the acts. This video will probably be Act 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll do 4, 5, and 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we'll just kind of like wrap it up. And if you, like I said, if you like this or you want to see more leveling or different characters, you guys can let me know in the comments down below about how you feel, what you think, what kind of stuff you want to see, what kind of stuff you don't want to see, and we'll pretty much just kind of go from there. So we can put our quiver on, we can put our necklace on, and now we're just cruising, my guy. We are going to go back for that skill point. I know we have that TP up there. We're going to get over there eventually. I hope I didn't just go in a giant circle. I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. We're good. I thought I went the wrong way. Just going to keep on trucking. Now, that's really cool. I like this leveling strat a lot because Widowhail itself is just very powerful, and it really gives us a lot of extra damage from our quiver. You can see right now we're at 309 damage on our split arrow with no links. And that's pretty nuts. Okay, so we're here. We're going to come to the jail. Now, we're going to go back to town. We're going to take this portal, and we're going to do the submerged passage. Pretty much we do it this way because we've gotten a couple levels now. We were able to put on some of our gear. We can really just kind of like get rolling. We don't have to worry about things. And can we put on anything else? We're going to put Galvanic Arrow in here so we can start leveling it. All right, let's get rolling. Having the extra levels, especially for our character, for our skill points, for our gems, is just pretty much going to make shooting this thing a lot easier. Also, we've already run to the jail, so like now we don't have to worry about backtracking at all too much. And we'll get some skill points. Here's this guy. We're just going to shoot him really quick. We'll grab the large life flask. We're going to log out, log in, because it's actually faster. You can use the TP. I'm just so used to logging out, logging in. One of these guys gives us a skill point. Is it this guy? We don't care about any of the gems. We already have everything that we need. The only thing that we really care about is getting our skill points. I'm going to scour this so we can use it early. Put this here. We're going to destroy this. We're going to talk to Nessa. We're going to grab a better mana flask. Is this mana? This is mana. Okay, we're going to destroy that, and we're going to get back to trucking along. Now, when you get to the prison, you don't need to worry too much about grabbing the Ascendancy node. We've already done that on our other characters. Some people ask me, they're like, oh my god, do I have to do the Ascendancy again? You really don't have to. Don't even worry about it. You've already done the little maze part. The only thing that you'll have to do is you'll have to, like, do labs and do whatever Ascendancy you're going to do. I actually don't know what Ascendancy I'm supposed to be doing. I am going to be playing a brand character. I probably should have looked it up before I did this for lab's sake. I'm just going to assume... Is he on? He's not. I don't know. I'm just gonna copy Zebu for Stormbrand. I should probably look up what he is for labs, but I mean, we can worry about that later, right? We can just like pick some random Ascendancy and just hope it's good enough. Does it even matter? It's not really gonna matter. We can just read labs later, right? Right? Maybe? I don't know. I didn't really think about that.
Your answer's here.
Manaforged Arrows level 8. Nice. We're almost there. We probably actually should have just shot some stuff earlier to like get Manaforged set up going for this. But I mean, it's fine, right? We're just going to kill Brutus really quick. We do like a bajillion damage. Our ice shot does a lot of damage too. We can actually just like ice shot him to death. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it's actually faster to log out, log in. think this gives us anything, right? We don't get skill points here? No. All right, sweet. Log out, log in, go to the prisoner's gate. I don't actually have a plan where I'm putting my points. I didn't even think that through, just simply due to the fact that like it's not even going to matter. Like we just get so carried by like the skill and what we're doing. Like we could just do whatever and it won't even matter. And it's kind of awesome. So we're going to put this here, this here. So yeah, if we would have just like leveled to like 8 before we did Brutus, we would have done that like 100 times faster. But I mean, whatever. The only thing that's a little rough, especially like if you're trying to do this while like you're recording or like on the fly, is like putting the right gems in the right sockets. But as soon as you get everything pretty much set up, you don't ever have to worry about anything again. Now, if you're worried about like your stats or you have some dex problems or some interesting issues like that, as soon as you get on the high-risk quiver at level 14, all of your stat problems for the remainder of the game go away. Especially as soon as you get on the Astromentus at 20, you'll like have less and less and less to worry about. So this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And pretty much if you just kind of like forget what goes where, the idea that you need to remember is every skill is just like, it's Manaforged arrow, LMP, bow skill, bow skill. So if you don't like remember like what goes in what sockets, all you have to do is remember like LMP, Manaforged arrow, skill, doesn't matter where you put them. Like the glove slots can be in the boots can be anywhere that you want. The only thing that you shouldn't change is the skills that are going in the helmet. The helmet skills should be the helmet skills, especially when you put on the assonance. And we'll talk about the assonance when we get over there. And you'll understand what that does and it'll make more sense. Now we go into the ship graveyard. We have to go into the ship graveyard. This is a skill point. We want to make sure that we get the skill point. Okay. Nice. Level 10 already, dude. We're cruising, my guy. I gotta remember to press my movement speed flask. Take the all flame, go to the ship graveyard. Now, it's probably, like most people would probably backtrack and go there and go to the guy. I'm actually gonna go over here and I'm gonna find the next area. Hopefully we didn't just go in a giant circle. We just went in a giant circle. Okay, ignore everything I just said. Usually you go to the next area. You find the waypoint, you point back, you kill the guy, you go to town, you turn it in. But I mean, since I ran in a giant circle because I'm silly, I mean, I'm here, I might as well just, you know, might as well just take care of this, right? I'm actually gonna path this way to the ranger start area. Can I put anything else on yet? We could put clarity on. I don't think we need it. We can also put flame dash on, which is gonna be really nice. Flame dash there, level our skills up, have our Manaforged set up, start firing. Just kill Fairgraves really quick, go to town, get our skill point. This way we're just completely done with Act 1. The only time that now that we should be thinking about returning to Act 1 is after we do the stuff in Act 2. We're on our way to kill Mervale. Gonna kill this rare, get a little bit of experience. I want to get on ice shot before Mervale if possible, or not ice shot, lightning arrow. Lightning arrow is just like insane damage. Grab this waypoint. We actually didn't need to, dude. We've been in Act 1 for 14 minutes, dude. One of these days I'm gonna like actually be done with this act by now and be faster. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know, I give a lot of props to the speed racers, man. Those guys go through the gear and the game and stuff so fast with like nothing, you know? It's such an awesome thing to see like the racers do their thing. It's like really inspiring to like try to get better at the game. Okay. Up here, down here. Nope. And I'm sure there's like, I think there's like a thing, right, where you're like supposed to like follow the river. Is that what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to follow the river. If you guys like at any point while watching this, like no shortcuts to help me get better, because I clearly am like silly, like please just leave a comment down below and let me know. You know, we'll try to compile a bunch of really good information. I've seen like Tai's videos and I've seen some other people's videos on how to do this, and I still just get lost all the time. Nice. We have lightning arrow. Okay. So now that we have lightning arrow, we're gonna put rain of arrows there. Trying to move lightning arrow. I think it's this way. No? Am I? Is it over here? Am I dumb? I have to be dumb, right? Maybe? Haha! It was. Now, it is okay to go slow. It is okay to over level. It is okay to play the game at your pace. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. Like, for example, like being 14 by right now and having on this quiver will make things a lot easier. You will do a lot more damage. Nice. Dude, we're so overcapped resistances too. It took me 3 minutes to find. Oh my god, dude, I am terrible. Okay. Now, you may indeed run into mana issues until you get the leech nodes. That is a thing that is going to happen. You are shooting like 18 skills at a time. So if that does happen, do not stress. Do not like freak out. It's okay. You do have clarity in the beginning here to help you out. You will get mana leech nodes. You will get life leech nodes. They'll help you out in an absolute fantastic amount. We're just going to like go now, man. Now, everybody's got their own weird ways to do Act 2. I'm going to walk you through how I do Act 2. I don't know if this is the fastest way to do it or the best way to do it. This is just the way that I like to do Act 2. We get to save a lot of time as well in Act 2 because we don't have to go to the Fell Shrine Woods, because we don't have to go for the Ascendancy point. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to click on this. Me personally, Act 1, 3, and 4, I want to say, are my weak ones. Those are the ones that pretty much take me the longest all the time. And I'd like to get better at them. So, you know, we do things like this and we record stuff like this so that we can practice. We're not going to go in there. We don't care. We already have our Quicksilver Flask. We don't really need it. Now, if you're watching this during the Affliction League, I know there are some of you guys saying that I can go get the Oath of the Magi and I can move faster. But for people who are watching this in the future, or people who plan on watching this later on, they might not have access to that, and they might not have access to the movement speed that offers. So I'm not personally going to go get it, because there's a chance that you're watching this in the future and Affliction League is no longer a thing. So you probably might not have an idea of what I'm even talking about, but during Affliction League, there was vendors that can give you a whole nother ascendancy, and they just kind of like let you do whatever you want, and life was awesome. Okay, I know this is in the middle. I know we're supposed to like rotate our character towards the middle. I think it's this way. Was it off to the other side? Did I just go to a giant circle? No, we're good. We went the right way. We could have gone this way. We don't really need that waypoint. We're never coming back here anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Okay. That's the trial, right? So like it's this way then? Oh my god, it was that way. Okay. Come down over here. I think we're over here. Is this it? This looks like it. Yeah, we found them. The Chamber of Sins level 2. Let's go. Hello, Helena. Goodbye, Helena. Now this guy, we're just gonna shoot really quick. Now, after you kill this guy, make sure you click the strange device, grab the baleful gem, go back to town. Like I said, you're gonna see me log out, log in a lot. If you're wondering how I log out and log in so fast, it's thanks to Awaken POE Trade. There are settings that you can set up, and they'll pretty much just allow you to log in and log out really fast, because you could just like press F6, log out, and then press enter and log right back in. Okay, so we did that. Off to the next area. Oh, I can put the new gloves on. Nice. We can get Rampage now. All right, so let's put our gloves on. We want that. Okay, so with this area for looking for the bandit, the best way that I've been told to find him is to literally just follow the road and it'll lead you right to him. There's the waypoint. Here's the road. Where is he? Hello? Are you up here? Over here to the right? There he is. See the little bridge? You know you found him. We're just gonna make sure that we flame dash like every chance that we get. Hi, Caitlin. I don't think I need to save you, so we're just gonna shoot you. See you later. Thanks for the thing. Okay, log out, log in. And just like that, we're like a quarter of the way through the act. Like I said, we don't have to go to the Fell Shrine Woods. The only reason that you go over there is to do the lab trial. We've already done the lab trial. We don't need to worry about it again. We're just going to shoot a couple of times, try to get some experience. We really don't need the experience. I feel like we're pretty much like over leveled as is. I know that's kind of crazy to say considering we're level 16 now at a level 15 zone. We're pretty over leveled. We probably have killed way too much, but I really wanted to get on the quiver. I want to get to 24. I want to get on the second quiver. The second quiver is a lot of damage. I want to get to the rings, especially this ring for the rig walls at level 20. These wolves are an absurd amount of damage. Level 22 gives me the Praxis, which is going to reduce the mana cost of everything astronomically. Just kind of make my life, you know, oh my God, I went into a circle again. Just a little bit easier. One of the things that I've always had trouble with, especially with doing this build, is just, you know, the mana. The mana is just a little bit tight until you really get everything rolling for a couple of levels. Now, the Western Forest is another really easy zone. We're going to follow the road again. And I have been told, and I'm pretty sure this is the right way to do this, and if I'm wrong, yell at me. Now, we want to find Alira, the Gem, and the Weaver. From my understanding, Alira is always to the right of the waypoint. There's Alira. So, sorry, not the right of the waypoint. The same side of the road as the waypoint. Is that what it is? So whatever side, if the waypoint's on the left, you go to the left of the waypoint. If the waypoint's on the right, you go to the right of the waypoint, right? We kill Alira. We leave her little area. We're going to come down. The Spider Forest is always on the exact opposite side of Alira. So if Alira's on the right, the Spider Forest is on the left, but we go Alira and then we come down over here to the little general guy. Where is he? He's over here, right? The little general. Hey, man. What's up, man? Oh, you're a captain. We grab the emblem. We click on the wall. And then we just come over to the left side now. And we're going to go follow the wall all the way up until we hit the spider cave. So for me personally, I do Alira, wall, spider cave, and that's just the routing that I take. There might be better routing. I'm actually not too sure. There's probably ways to like save loading screens and to go faster. I probably should look into it. But you can see right now, this Manaforged setup right now in Act 2, you're pretty much just one-tapping everything. Nothing really stands a chance. You just kind of like don't have a care in the world. We put our skill points into all kinds of random-ass stuff. It hasn't even really mattered. I probably actually could have just like put all my stuff into the brand skills and it wouldn't have mattered. But I, you know, just figure since we're doing like twink leveling, you know, it's probably better to just show you guys how I would like actually level. Now, I mentioned this earlier, and I'll say this again, because the theory is because we could put all this gear together and level, we, in theory, don't worry too much about regret orbs. If you worry about regret orbs and, you know, it's kind of out of your way, you can try putting your skill points into this build that you're going to play. I don't know if that's the best course of action, but I would rather just, like, put skill points in towards ranger stuff, get some cool ranger stuff going on, and then kind of, like, respec the character later. Okay, so we turned all that in. We're going to come here. We're going to go to Act 1 for the last time that we're ever going to go to Act 1. We're going to talk to this dude over here. This guy. I messed up. We're going to grab our book. I'm going to put away my Leveling gear I'm no longer using because I don't want to accidentally have something happen to it, because with my luck I'll like throw it on the ground and not think, and then I'm gonna have to like buy another set of it, and that's not what I want to do, like in the slightest. Zero interest in rebuying this gear. I want to make sure that I have this gear for the rest of the league. You know, we're like 3 weeks into the league right now, and I have this gear and I can like just kind of cruise now. This is easily my favorite way to level. I know some people really like Hallowed Palm and like that's like their thing, but this just feels infinitely better every step of the way. I can just keep running in a straight line. I don't have to worry about anything. I just refresh the Mirage Archer every so often. I get to shoot things from off screen. I just don't have a care in the world. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, so we're gonna come up here. We're gonna reset our Mirage Archer. Also, Manaforged arrow is just like one of the coolest skills I think they've ever added to this game. Like, just being able to like fire 18 things at a time, it's just so cool. Okay, Oak's dead. I'm gonna put the skill point in here. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna get 2 more skill points now, which is gonna help drastically. Click on the roots, go here, go to town. Talk to this guy, we need this. Okay. I'm gonna put on the new mana flask so I don't have to worry. Now, I get turned around and lost in here a lot, so, you know, if I get lost or a little turned around, you guys can like giggle at me. It'll be okay. I won't be too upset. I think there's like something with like the corners, right? Like if you like run to certain corners, you can like figure out where to go. Is that how it goes? Or is that in the next area, the whole corner thing? No, that's a Valside area. We're not going that way. That's a door. This way? Ooh, we did it. Okay. Is this right? Nope, that's a dead end again. Dang it. Okay, up here, over here, click the door. That's, oh, see what, like, how was I supposed to know that would be a dead end again? Like, come on, man. Ridiculous. I guess if you like do these layouts enough, you kind of know, right? Like, right? Dead end again. Oh my God. This is the worst. How? Hey, look, in essence. Nice. Level 19. One more level we can get on the doggo ring. There's like actually a world where I should probably get to like 20 before I fight the Val Oversoul, right? Maybe? Maybe? Can I put the rest of my gems on? Oh, we're gonna be juicing now, boys. We have Trinity. Oh, we are strong now, lads. All right. This is awesome, man. I actually, you know, like leveling like this is fun. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, like going through the campaigning, but I genuinely don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. You know, you level, you don't think, kind of just trucking and cruising. The only bad part is I just like, you know, these videos might be a little bit long considering the fact what's it take like 4 hours to go through the campaign. Oh God. Here I am, the guy uploading a 4-hour video. Okay. We are almost to the temple. All right, so now we're level 20. We can put on the new ring. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played with this Rigwald ring, but this thing is like crazy. It's like so strong. These wolves pretty much like one tap everything for you, and you like don't ever have to worry about anything. We also have Astramentus on, which is really nice now. You might not even need Astramentus because of the quiver. Like there's a world where like you just don't care about Astramentus and you can keep on the Kari ward. Like that's like an actual play. Like you could just like keep this Kari ward on depending on like where you level or what class you level, and you don't have to worry about like attributes at all. Okay, there we go. Click on this, go to the stairs, click on the stairs, come here. Now we are going to put the Ascendant's helmet on in a little bit. We're not there yet. The Ascendant's helmet pretty much later on when we get through the campaign is going to give us just like an absurd amount of more damage, as it's going to be triggering our Sniper's Mark and it's going to be triggering other skills. We can pretty much like put Sniper's Mark in our helmet now and manually cast it, but I'm trying to be as lazy and automated as possible. I really don't want to be casting my Sniper's Mark, even though like I know it's like mega awesome damage. All right, so we're going to start this guy. We're going to put the rest of our points in. We're going to path actually right now down to this node over here for life and mana leech. I know, my tree, look at this thing. Like, what the heck? I actually could have come down this way over here, but I really wanted these notables for just some attack speed, and I wanted a bunch of accuracy. I don't really have to want to worry about accuracy. I shouldn't have accuracy issues at all at any stage of this event, but there is a world where that's a thing, and I just don't want to think about it. Now we have pretty much all of our Manaforged arrow setups done. The only thing that we're missing right now is Blast Rain. That's at level 28, and we'll get there at 28. We get Hatred in a couple of levels that'll give us metric ton of damage, and we just kind of cruise. Maybe there is a world where oh my god, I'm shooting the wrong direction. Did you see that? I was like not even paying attention. I was shooting out in the no man's land. Now, the Val Architect, or whatever his name is, Oversoul, takes forever, so I personally like to log out, log in, and then port to the city of Sarn. I just think it's a whole lot faster than doing anything else. We're going to put all of these points in. We're going to shoot. We're going to get our wolves going. We're going to find the guards. The worst part about this area right now is literally waiting for Clarissa to stand up. Like, girl, let's go. Oh, this is like a booty cheek flask. Okay. Now, after you save and talk to Clarissa and you go to the Sarn encampment, there is some people that'll go to town and like talk to the vendors and do all that. Don't even worry about any of that. We're going to get there later. We're not really worried about it. We pretty much just want to go to the crematorium, do what we got to do, get into the slums, and just kind of get moving. So here we go now. Okay, looks good so far. If we see the sewers, which is there, we can make mental note of where it is. We're gonna come back. There's like a thing where you can like put a portal there and go into the crematorium and do what you need to do, and then die to a trap in the lab, and then you end up in town and can take the portal back there and save a bunch of time. I mean, you could do that. That's like a thing, right? Like you put a portal there by the sewer, you come into the crematorium, which we're in the crematorium now. You find the lab, there's the lab, and then you do the lab later, right? Is that how that works? Somebody let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. I think that's supposed to, oh, this only works in softcore, by the way. Don't go try to do this trick in hardcore. Like if you're in Act 3 in hardcore and you kill his character trying to like save some time, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Pitey's dead. Okay, we're gonna click on this. We're gonna grab Tolman's bracelet. See, yeah, so now what you would do is you would go to like a trap and you would die, and it would put you in town. And then as soon as you go to town, you'll have a portal to the sewer gates, and you can just kind of like port to where you wanted to go. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to do this. Look at this guy. Nice shield, bro. Let's go, bro. This quiver is going to add so much damage when we can put it on. It's going to be insane. We're at like 560 DPS right now. As soon as we put this quiver on, literal 2 levels is game over, my guy. I know there's a one guy going, but if you play Hallowed Palm, you'd be doing like 80 million thousand DPS right now. But I don't like Hallowed Palm. I like this. Dude, I'll tell you, man, if you've never tried leveling like this and you're watching this video considering it, I would just say give it a go, grab the gear. Like it's so game changing. It's so much fun. So much fun. Now, when you get into the sewers, you definitely want to hit that waypoint. We're going to need it for later in Act 3. Come over here. We're going to grab the bus. Now, there's a trick to the bus where if the bus is in a certain area, or the second bus is in a certain area, the third bus is always somewhere. I don't know that trick, but I know there's a layout thing for it. So if you guys know what that is and you want to like share that information down below, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's like if it's at a certain spot, the bus is either to the left or the right, and you just kind of like know which way to run. Okay. Coming over here. Now, as far as the level 24 quiver goes, there's not a lot of them when I bought mine this morning on the trade website. There is a world where like you might have to like hope somebody lists one and go double corrupt a bunch of them and kind of figure it out from there, or just wait for somebody to do something. I don't really honestly know. I had mine listed last night on the trade website. Somebody put it up for 5 divs. I bought it. The guy was like, he was like, my guy, bro, why are you buying this quiver for 5 divs? Like, am I underselling this? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to use it for the campaign. And he thought I was crazy buying a 5 div item for the campaign. And I told him, I was like, dude, I level so many characters. Like, this is going to be like used pretty much nonstop the entire league. I don't think that guy believes me at all. There's like a world where that guy just didn't believe me and he thought I was crazy. But yeah, man, if you're watching this, thanks for the quiver, bro. He was so confused. I felt so. He's like, bro, this is not a 5 divine quiver. This is the double crep quiver. And I was like, dude, I'm literally using it for the campaign. He was like, there's no shot, man. And I was like, no, seriously. He's like, you don't buy 5 divine stuff for the campaign. I was like, I do. I definitely am. Now in the battlefronts, we don't need to, oh my God, I was going to say we don't need to worry about anything, but we need to grab the thing over there. The, what is this thing called? The ribbon swool. We're going to grab the waypoint so that we can port back over here. And we're going to just kind of go to the docks. The docks is always to the left of the waypoint. Okay. We need to come to the docks. We need to grab the 1 quest item so that we can give it to somebody in a temple whose name I don't remember. Now you'll see we do 581 DPS. We're going to put on our new quiver and we immediately do 1700. I know somebody's going to be like, Hallowed Palm does 1 billion more damage. But I mean, like, we have like 18 skills that we're firing at the same time, and they all do a bunch of bajillions of damages too, man. And you know, tooltip DPS is tooltip DPS. It's not always like, you know, accurate, considering the fact that I think majority of our skills fire like 9 arrows, which is really crazy. Now, if you feel under leveled or you feel like you want to get a couple of levels, you're level 24 like me, the docks is a really, really, really good place to snag some quick levels, especially with doing this leveling strategy, just kind of like blitzing through everything. You're just going to eventually just go so fast that you might fall behind in levels. Odds are, because you're playing this bow build, you're not really going to fall behind in levels. It's really hard to fall behind in levels due to the fact that like you shoot and you hit so much of the screen. We're going to put these away so we don't lose anything. Don't want to lose any of these. We're going to put hatred on now. We're going to grab some RMR nodes so that we can fit everything in. Okay, and back to the battlefronts we go. Okay. Okay. All right, Solaris Temple level 1. The Solaris Temple is pretty easy to find your way through. You're just gonna follow the carpet. The carpet will literally lead you to level 2 or a dead end. In this particular scenario, it led me to a dead end. That does not feel good. You know, I'm supposed to like, you know, be telling you guys these cool tips and tricks, right? If you see the waypoint, you know you're going in the right direction. That's usually a good sign that we're going in the right direction. So we're going to take the waypoint. We're going to follow the carpet. Come over this way. That's a dead end again, because we know it's a dead end because there's a Val side area, and Val side areas only lead to dead ends. So we're not going to go to the dead end. Come up over this way. Click on the door. Now, we looked at it earlier and we could see our resistances pretty much should be fine when we get into Act 6, especially from where we're at now. If we find out while we're leveling through the campaign, especially when we swap our helmet off of the gold worm, that we're a little bit short on resistances, it is okay in your leveling setup to veer off the path and take a couple of resistance nodes. Now, we might end up doing that later on when we get to Act 6. I'm not really too sure yet. I also don't even know what I'm ascending to, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because, like, you know, stopping to do labs is going to take a minute, and I really don't want to, like, deal with it. So we get to level 2, we follow the carpet once again, we find Diallo, we talk to her, we grab her item, we go back to the sewers. We're pretty much never going to go back to town in this act again unless we absolutely have to. I don't think there's anything that we need in town, so we should be really good to go. Now in the Ebony Barracks, we are definitely going to hit the waypoint. We're going to need that for later. We're not going to worry about General Mimosa or whatever his name is. We don't need a skill gem off of him. We pretty much have what we need already, so we can just like kind of get going. I also forgot to put on hatred because I forgot. But yeah, now we have just a bajillions of damage. We're one-shotting pretty much every single pack, or two-shotting if we don't kill it right away. Our Mirage Archer's cleaning up everything nicely. We're leveling while we're going, and you know, everything is going relatively smoothly. We walked into the Naris Temple at the 40-minute marker, which is actually fantastic. So we're like flying through this act, no problem. We're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. We're going to follow the carpet. The carpet is essentially going to lead us to where we need to go. Dude, where is my light radius? What happened to my light radius? It's like doing a Valdo map all over again. I can't see anything. It actually is quite nice though that we have that like life and mana leech node now, because now you just don't have to worry about anything. And we are like super cruising. We don't need that waypoint. I don't know why I hit that waypoint. That waypoint, hitting that waypoint was an actual accident. Okay, we're actually gonna take precise technique because we have 975 accuracy. And we're going to take some accuracy nodes, and precise technique is going to give us 4 billion damage. I should probably consider at some point really soon taking some more life nodes, but I mean, yeah, let's just softcore. Who cares if we die? Except that one guy. There's one guy who's listening to me say this, like, who cares if we die? He's like, free. He's like, bro, I don't want to die. It's okay. Softcore. We're fine, right? Maybe? Maybe? There is a trick for this area. I want to say that you're supposed to follow the pathway that leads to stairs going up. Is that this act, chat, right? As long as the stairs are going up, you know you're going the right way. And there's also a thing with these carts where if you find the 2 cart, you're going the wrong way and you want to follow the 1 cart. Or did I say that backwards? I don't remember. I just like ran through this, so I probably should have paid a little bit more attention. But there is a trick for this where you know based on how many carts which way to go, and it'll lead you to the area where Piety is a lot faster than just randomly guessing. Oh my god, we accidentally hit level 28. Do we have everything on? Okay, so all we need to get on now is our Assonance helmet, which we might actually be able to put on. I should look. I don't actually know what the level requirement is for Assonance, and I just went in a giant circle because I'm not paying attention and I'm too busy thinking about the helmet. If we can put the helmet on from now, that'll be like pretty massive because it'll like trigger Sniper's Mark for us, and Sniper's Mark is pretty huge. If you want, while you're doing this leveling setup, one of the things that you can do to increase your overall DPS is you can actually add returning projectiles. I was just thinking about that now too. I remember the last time I did this, I just used Vengeance Cascade, but that's like not a thing anymore. And returning projectiles would be a lot of damage. You can actually like drop any of these support gems and just put that in. Probably Mirage Archer, I would say. Maybe? I don't know. Mirage Archer is pretty busted. But you can see, like, you really don't need it. You just do like so much damage, it doesn't even matter. Grab the tower key, log out, log in. I'm level 28. Normally I would go do labs right now. I don't know what I want to ascend to yet. It pretty much like is one of those things that I'll just figure out and do later. We are going to go over here and talk to Grigor. I forget about this one all the time, and this is usually the skill point that I skip because I am half the time not paying attention. We have precise technique now for a ton of damage. If you want to grab some life, you can grab this life wheel. This life wheel is really strong. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to come up over here, and we're going to come to these life wheels over here. We want to grab these accuracy nodes. We want to grab these bow nodes to fire additional times. We want to grab attack speed over here and grab pretty much all of the good stuff in the ranger starting area. It's honestly, at this point, we're just already doing so much damage. We have our life leech. We have our precise technique. We have more accuracy than our life. And you can pretty much just, at this point, continue to put points in whatever you want. And it's honestly not going to matter. Especially if you want to like take the time to like put in returning projectiles. Now in here in the Imperial Gardens, I have been told to follow the road. I usually get lost and turned around in here. Like I said, Act 3 is one of my weaker acts, as I have not practiced it as much as I would like. And I've been told that if we follow the road should lead us exactly to where we want to go, which is the tower that'll lead us over to Dominus. Now, I have said this and I'll repeat this again. We don't need, did I just go the wrong way? Did I follow the road and go the wrong way? Am I dumb? I swear to God, I think I messed up. I think the road turned somewhere and I just wasn't paying attention. Was I too busy talking? Oh my God, I was too busy talking. I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna edit it. And I'm just gonna like laugh at myself because I clearly was just like not paying attention at any point. Where like, oh man, this like turned and went the wrong way and I like am dumb. Is this it? This is it. That's the library. Look, we found the library. We don't need the library though. Okay. Sweet. Stairs. Door. Come on, man. This layout too. Act 3 is just like, it's such a cool act, but for me, it's always so confusing. My time throughout the campaign just naturally gets faster when we get to Act like 6. First half of the campaign, I'm pretty bad at. I also don't know why Act 1 is the way Act 1 is. Why is Act 1 so hard? Am I the only one who thinks that? Like, there's got to be other people that like think that Act 1 is miserable, right? Like, is this that like that's just like a thing, right? Like, Act 1 just kind of sucks. I'm the right way. Is it over here? Okay, there it is. The upper scepter of God. With my luck too, there's probably some like crazy trick where you're like supposed to like go into corners again. I think that might be like the overall theme. Just follow corners. Just go to opposite ends of everything that you're trying to do. And that's where you want to be. Okay. You know what I would really like? We have masteries now to like open chests. Can we get like a mastery to open doors? Is that like a thing? That'd be like really cool. Like if I could just like shoot my bow and like shoot down the door. That's a circle. We don't want to go that way. Is that like, you know, like not a thing that we would all want? Like, could you imagine if GGG was just like, hey, you could buy this MTX where you could like shoot down the doors? Like $1? And then like all doors just open forever because you just shot them down? Okay. Should be the last level. We should be at Dominus in like a minute. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna check our time and then, you know, go from there. All right. Here's the door. There it is. Tower rooftop. Let's see. It's taken us 47 minutes to get to the tower rooftop, which is like not too shabby. Okay, we can put this on and we can put Sniper's Mark on. So let's put on the Aslan's helm. Oh my God, we died. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm so dumb. Okay, put our auras back on. Okay, so the Aslan's helm is really nice. We're gonna lose a bit of resistances, but we're gonna make them up on our tree. And now our Aslan's helm for us is going to mark everything with Sniper's Mark. So we don't need to actually worry about that. And it's going to increase our DPS by a whole lot.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
Dude, Dominus has some of the best voice lines in the game. You guys agree or what? And you can see right away, just our damage has gone through the roof. Now, I probably should have paid more attention to put the Aslan's helm on earlier. We're going to need a bit of resistances. We can actually get some resistances. There's like a node somewhere over here that gives us resistances. Is it up here, down here, over here? I don't know. There's nodes somewhere. It's right here. There's a wheel right here that'll give us resistances. You can also put on like, I'm missing a flash slot right now. Like you could just grab like a resistance flash and like problem solved. It would also help if I was like shooting the right way. I swear to God, I'm gonna go back and watch this video and just kind of like laugh at myself because I'm an idiot and not paying attention. Click the waypoint. All right, let's go. That's not where we wanna go. Nice, dude, we're level 30. What the heck? Bro, we are flying, my guy. Now, I am not going to be changing my gear from here on. We have all the gear equipped that we're going to need for the rest of the playthrough of the campaign. Usually, I would tell players if they had a headhunter or a mage blood, you know, whatever, put them on. You guys do you. But I'm going to level with all of this gear that you see here. I'm not going to change anything. And pretty much we're just going to like fly through the rest of the campaign. And if we have any issues and we overcome them, we'll do it together. And this way, like if you guys watch this video and you, you know, you see the problems, we do it together. Okay, town should be right here. And there we go. Act 4. 50 minutes on the dot. All right, friends, so that's acts 1 through 3 using the Manaforged leveling setup. I'm gonna get this video out to you guys, and if you like this, guys, and you want a part 2, leave a comment down below, let me know. Make sure you tell me what you do and don't like about it, what you want to see, and I'll work on part 2 just in case and have it ready to go. And this way, if you guys want it, I'll have it out to you guys. But for now, friends, have a happy holiday. Thanks for hanging out and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!